All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Sorry that this submission. All right. It looks like it started. All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Um, Sorry that this submission is coming a day late. I actually found out the hard way last night because I tried to do the live stream as I promised, and it required a day in between when I solicited permission to do the live and when I could actually do it. The one thing is that YouTube has changed a lot. In just how live streams work now. So, or how in general the platform works. It's a lot more restrictive than it was because fun fact, when I was like in middle school, I made YouTube videos. And so anyway, it's a lot more restrictive now. And it was a lot more difficult than I thought. And so live streams is one thing that now you have to get like permission. Since this is my first one ever done on this channel, I had to specifically ask for permission, and so it took a day for them to do the verification. But here we are. We're back with the final chapter of business management. Absolute final, c'est fini. After this, we're going to be done, and you guys can move on with your studying. My plan, I have a mock exam for business management that I'm going to start doing. So that'll be my preparation. Anyway, anyone watching, welcome. I hope you enjoy this stream. I just thought it would be a special way to kind of wrap things up. I'm also going to do this for SaaS. So those of you who are watching my content about SaaS, the last summary will also be a live stream, but that'll be in a couple of days when I get that done. But anyway, so let's get to the chapter. Enough rambling. The chapter tonight is chapter 5.7, which is crisis management and contingency planning. It is a high level only chapter. As I mentioned in my previous videos, 5.4 is the last standard level. So if you guys are standard level, you're done. You can get out of here. But yeah, anyway, and all the videos for standard level and all the other high level videos are in the playlist, which is in the description of this stream. So you guys can go check them out. Anyway, this chapter is to finish us off a real nice and painless one. There's only two, because I make notes for every chapter. My notes look like this. All right, this is all we got. So I'm gonna make you guys a really quick summary, like normal length for a chapter. By the way, I mean, you've seen I have like half an hour long videos on this channel. Normal is like would be like the international marketing was like the bottom part of this page, and then like all the next page as well. And I think that was even a pretty short chapter for me. Like it's been a while since I've had like a solid, really long one. I want to say I'm glad I haven't, had to do one recently. Also, other thing before we finish and actually get into this chapter, if you guys have any questions, those of you who are on the stream live, this is your chance. This is like a professor office hours or something. You guys can leave questions about anything. It doesn't have to be about the chapter. It can be about anything related to business management or SaaS. More than happy to answer them. Anyway, without further ado, let us get started. So this chapter deals with crisis management and contingency planning. All right, so let's start with contingency or crisis planning. All right, so this basically just means develop plans for a crisis. You detail the roles and responsibilities, the procedure, and it has to be regularly updated. All right, this plan. So you have basically just, if this crisis happens, this is what we're going to do. And you update it based on how the company goes changing, say whatever, let's say our sales plummet, or there's, I don't know, suddenly a factory just stops working. What are we going to do in those situations? And the more quantifiable the crisis, the better the contingency plan is going to be. It's better if you are very specific with the plan rather than just like generally, if this thing happens, what can we do in a hypothetical world of whatever? It is better to have something more specific. So that's what a crisis or contingency plan is. It's just planning for that. Just have an outline, have a blueprint ready. And then the other bullet point of this lesson is crisis management and disaster recovery. This is reacting to the events. All right. So the contingency crisis planning is the planning. Now this is the recovery. This is the management. You have to act fast. You have to communicate effectively and honestly, and you have to minimize the impact. The goal of this is to minimize the impact on the individual. This favors radical measures and autocratic leadership. And you want to focus on public relations to restore your image and your stakeholder confidence. Because that's the thing, is that when you have a crisis, obviously there's the impact that it has within the company, but then there's also what people perceive it as. And a big part is being like, all right, we're okay, calming the nerves from outside of the company, keeping investors involved, and things like that. And as I said, it favors radical measures and autocratic leadership. It's better in these types of situations if you have someone who can just take control and be like, all right, this is the correct way to go, rather than having all this, kind of mess as you're dealing with different perspectives, different opinions, and different people trying to take charge. It's better if you just have like one strong singular vision. And that's why I said radical, is if it's just like strong and all right, let's just go this, commit to it. And it's something strong, because that way you assure that you're really going to make progress. And that's all, guys. We have made it to the end of business management. I'm a little bit sad. I mean, it's been a good time. It's been a few weeks really that I've been working on these videos, getting ready for the exams. And as I said in the very first video on this channel, which was the business management 1.1, this was my way of studying. And so it's been just as much for me as it has been for you guys, although I hope you guys have gotten some benefit out of it. If you have, do subscribe and check out the rest of the videos. And I don't know, once the IB exam's finished, the first business exam is this Friday, by the way. I'm getting ready for that. I don't know if you guys have exams before that, by the way. I don't know, let me know if you do. My first IB exam is this Friday. It's business. I think there are exams scheduled in theory, but I don't know. It's business paper 1, which is the case study about the Scanvig PLC is what it is this year, which I've prepared to the death for that exam. I really I just went crazy reading through the entire case study, and there's on Reddit someone posted this awesome super detailed analysis, SWOT analysis, steeple analysis, all these different details. We did a practice exam in class, so that's I'm super confident. All this other studying I've done is really for paper 2, and that's where I'm a bit more nervous, because that's the knowledge of just the case of all, not the case of the syllabus, and more the business deep material. So anyway, I hope this has helped you guys study, because this content will mainly serve you on paper 2, but also paper 1, because there are questions where they ask you, all right, what is the whatever, what kind of company, what kind of investment, blah blah blah, and so then you have to know it. Anyway, so that's really it. I don't know, and I'll finish this up just a little talk with you guys. I hope you all are doing well. I don't know, a bit about me. I'm living in Andorra right now. I've mentioned that in a few of the other videos on this channel. I've been here for 2 years. I'm at a Spanish high school in Andorra, so I've been finishing my last 2 years here, and then after that, I don't know. Plans aren't really set. I'm a very indecisive person in terms of future plans. But my business teachers actually told me that the stuff we learn in business class, if you try to do anything in the future, this stuff could get you pretty far. You don't need a business degree to know how to run a business. A lot of this stuff is already going to get you up to a good point. And then, beyond that, obviously it depends, but, I don't know. And I apologize for my crap English on occasions. The thing is, I spend my whole day speaking in Spanish. So my English, it is my native language. I spoke it for 16 years in the United States without ever speaking a word of Spanish. But it's when you live every day, every part of every day speaking in Spanish, English gets a tad bit rusty. And there are moments where I stumble, or if I have long pauses. In many cases, that's because I'm trying to think of what the word is, and the Spanish word is coming up first. You guys have probably seen, if any of you guys speak Spanish and watch my Spanish videos, I do not speak it perfectly by any means. I also commit a lot of mistakes and don't remember words and whatever. But it is, I think, relatively fluid, and I think my accent's not completely obnoxious. So, but yeah, and I am bilingual in those 2 languages. I also speak a bit of French, but I don't do any subjects in French. The only reason I've done SAS in Spanish is because in my school we do it in Spanish. I do the majority of my subjects in Spanish. Really, I only do business and English literature in English. So I get a pretty immersive experience there. But anyway, that's kind of my summary. I just hope these videos have been useful to you guys. If you guys have enjoyed this, best of luck going forward in your exams. And yeah, I'll still be around here with SAS, and then afterwards, I don't know, this channel will just sit here as a fossil, and it will be, this capsule of information on IB. for the rest of the time, which, I mean, hopefully people will get use out of it, because, I mean, this content stays the same. So even if you're watching this 5 years down the road, this will still be, I'd say 98% of what's in the IB syllabus. I don't really think they change much. So you guys don't have to worry about that. And if not, I don't know. I mean, it's possible I could use this to make other content. I mean, I don't have a large audience on here, but we got a couple folks. And so I don't know. I might turn this into something else, use the channel for something else. I'm really gonna have to see. But anyway, thank you all for watching, for supporting, for the comments and likes. There aren't a ton, but I do appreciate the ones that I've gotten. And that's all. I'm gonna sign off now. It is 1:20 in the morning, Spanish time. I'm a night owl. That's another thing you have to know about me. I'm a night owl heavy, so I don't know how I'm gonna get up on time for the exams. But I'm gonna do my best. But anyway, that's all. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for supporting. It's been a ride, and best of luck with the exams. For the last time, best of luck in the rest of your studies. I'm signing off. Good night.